What's up, guys? I hope everyone's having a great morning. Let's get this day started. As we know, we had our the vice presidential debate last night, and it kind of kicked off a little bit. But our main thing is the stimulus hope is really pushing up the market right now, and that's something to pay attention to. We kind of broke through that dip that we had before, that nice big dip, right, that we had the other day. Let me see if I can scroll back towards it first real quick. So this dip happened right when Trump said, hey, I'm not going to sign any deal until after the election. And then guess what? After like the same day in the afternoon, he realized he made the market tank. He started tweeting, okay, I'm ready to sign a deal and whatnot. Started pushing up nice and smooth, right? Broke above that 200 EMA, held it perfectly. Now we're just hitting a little bit of resistance, right? Obviously, we broke through that previous high. And now we're in good territories right now, right? Good morning, Mustafa. Interesting thing to pay attention to, guys, is that the jobless claims were worse than expected. So that stimulus is very much required right now. People are suffering and they need the help. So hopefully we can achieve a deal. But this morning, my main plan will just be to wait for another algo alert, because right now, like even for the past couple of days, right, we've been getting it around like 7 o'clock, 7:35, 6, early mornings. Let me just show you guys how it looks on my charts, right? Again, this is just the ES, nice alert. Came around at 7:40, hit all three targets. After I hit the third target, came right back down. It continued to hold. And this move, if you stayed in, would have been nice 6 points, right? We are seeing the volatility just die down a little bit, not too much. The price is going to start moving a little bit slower. And we're approaching our like all-time highs again, right? I'd potentially like to see a nice little pullback at the open, because we have been kind of just pushing up, right? We had a nice pullback here, which is nice, but would like to see another pullback before I can enter long. What's up, Mandich? As always, we're gonna let like the morning range finish. We'll just keep an eye out on the tick charts just to see like the momentum and the short-term trend that's happening, right? Good morning, Dragon. Looking for a nice little sell-off at the morning. That would be very nice. Because then we can, pull back towards like the 200 EMA, get a nice bounce. That would be perfect. Tick charts still in the red at the moment. That's just short-term trend, right? Yesterday, later in the afternoon, I was able to catch an algo alert, make up some of the losses, and make the day net profit, right? So that was good. Just had to wait. Not moving too fast. Tick charts usually at open should be moving rapidly. Why don't I stay online if you're still trading? Well, I walk away from my desk and I kind of just have it up for my alerts, and I'll only go to my desk if I get the alert on my phone or my watch, and that's when I'll go back to my desk. I'm not sitting at my desk all day after that. That's the only reason. Because if I left the stream on, all you'd see is my wall in the background. Yeah, guys, in the Discord, you guys can see all the alerts. It's the easiest way to track it. You don't have to sit in front of your computer all day. I like sitting in the stream in the mornings just because I get to talk to you guys. You guys are very nice. So it's fun talking to you guys as well. And then, you guys can see me trade live too. And I set up the algo alerts in the Discord. They pop up automatically, right? For ES, NQ, and then a lot of stocks as well. And I have Bitcoin as well, because there's a few Bitcoin lovers out there. And then if Forex is something that you guys trade as well, I can set that up. It only takes me a couple minutes. And yeah, looking at the formation in the 5-minute candle and then looking at the formation in the tick charts is telling us a nice little chop, right? First indication, nice doji candle propping up. So obviously buyers and sellers are kind of indecisive. Tick charts breaking out, coming back in. Again, makes sense. Nobody knows what direction they really want to push into. And then if we take a look in the hourly charts, right? Always look at the higher time frames when you're making decisions, right? Understand what trend you're in. The trend is always your friend, right? Again, this is the hourly charts right here. You guys will see 1 hour in the back right there, 1 hour up here. We got the alert from the 1 hour chart. What was it, yesterday around 6 a.m. and we kind of just hit every single target. And now we're just continuing that run. And if you're swing trading it, obviously you would have caught the whole move of like 30 points. So right now my plan is just to wait for like a nice little pullback, and then I want to enter in from a nice alert potentially. And yeah, going back to the question about why don't I stay online, right? Like I was saying, pretty much, after like 11:30, 12, it's really just like I don't want to be sitting at my desk all day. That's why I have the alert set up. If I wasn't streaming, you wouldn't see me at my desk as well either, because like I just wait for my alerts to pop up. Because that way it's like, hey, I know exactly when to look. And I have alerts that are set up so like it tells me when it's forming. That way I can go to my desk. It gives me time to like start looking at it, analyze everything, and then to make my entry. Where did you go for the past 3 days? I was here, man. Mandich, I was here. With everybody else, I was here. I don't, maybe it didn't pop up on your thing. Maybe just turn on the notification settings down below, and then it should pop up on your live feed, because I stream every morning. Good morning, Warren. Good luck to everybody. Oh, that is weird. But yeah, I've been here every day. Like I'm always here every day. If I'm not, I always inform you guys through the Discord or the day before if I'm not gonna be here for any reason. But yeah, if you ever click on my channel, it'll show you all the ones that are scheduled for this week. I always schedule them every Sunday for the whole week, so you always see them. Maybe just turn on your notifications. And I noticed that the people that when you start liking the videos, it starts popping up on your feed more often. So that's definitely something to do, right? Kind of a slow start to the morning. And I remember some people were messaging me about the stream quality sometimes, but all you have to do, as at the bottom of YouTube, you see that little, like right at the bottom of this video, that gear icon for the settings. Just click on that and then change it to the quality to like 1080, and everything will be nice and crisp. For some reason, like some people's YouTubes, it just automatically like defaults to them. Do I enter every algo alert? Not every single one. I just enter the ones that happen mainly in the mornings at the times that I am trading. I don't trade the overnight session. Some people do, and it works out for them well. But for me, because I trade the morning session, I mainly look any alert that happens between 8 and like 12 mainly. But if there hasn't been an alert in the whole morning, then I know that when the next alert comes at the end, towards the end of the day, I will take it. But mainly, I really go for the alerts after 8 a.m. to like 12 p.m. and that's about it. But obviously, you have to adapt with the market sometimes. So later on in the day, sometimes I will get in, but most of the times, like my trades are in the morning. And we're creating our morning range, right? We haven't broken through that first 5 minutes. Delta is starting to go down, so that'll be interesting to see how we play this out. In the tick chart, you can see nice just back and forth between the same price, right? Again, tick charts are just to understand the short-term trends. And again, this will be our morning range for now. Let's see if we can break below it. Again, we're always going to go for the second test of the breakout. These first tests, sometimes it happens to just break out just a little bit, pull back in, right? So to have probability on our side, we're going to wait for the second breakout. And obviously, sometimes it can break through like we've seen it before, but that's okay. It's about having probability on our side and making sure we're trading well. I wonder if Lewis is watching the stream today, because if he was, I was looking into his Kettler channels, right? And for the CL, I'm pretty sure he's making out big right now, because that thing's been pumping. It's like, 12 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, lately we have been seeing some chop in the morning, so that's why our patience really matters right now. We have to be very careful and not try to force anything, right? I know it's when you sit in front of your desk, you get very eager, you want to get in that trade. And when it doesn't happen for a while, you kind of get bored or you want to force something. But we have to really make sure we're disciplined enough to stay away from forcing any type of trade. Just wait for our setup, right? That's the main reason I just set up alerts that meet my criteria, and then I enter. That's when I start looking again. See the tick charts trying to push up, trying to break out a little bit. Let's see if we can hold, or we might, you know, just be bouncing back and forth between 31 and what was this, around 24, 31 and 24. So it's like that's like the price range we might get stuck in today. And something to keep in mind is NQ is pretty much just dumping right now, but ES was still trying to hold and try to push up. So obviously a little bit of divergence there. So let's pay attention to that. Good morning, Sergio. How you doing, man? NQ is leading. ES is starting to follow. Let's see if we can break out of that morning range, right? Hit it to the tick, and now I'm bouncing back just a little bit. I think we should, because NQ is really trying to push down. NQ will get some support at the 200 right now. Yeah, man, you gotta wait for that good setup, right? That's what really matters. We don't need to take like 20 trades a day. Even just one trade a day can make a big difference. One right trade a day would make a big difference. Broke through a little bit. I want price to hold again in between, and then I'll go for the second test. This could be the nice pullback that we're waiting for. So let's see if we can just push down a little bit more and then get the buying support come in. That's when we'll enter. I'm thinking more around 34.18. Because like that's where our previous pivot low was as well. So I'm hoping that we can get down there and then bounce off of that. Because if we can create a double bottom situation and then pump right back up, that would be very nice. So that's what I'll be waiting for. I mean, it could go to 34.20 and then come back up. Depends, right? We got to be prepared for either thing to happen. But I like to see price pulling back more towards, closer to the pivots as well as the 200 EMA, because that's like the biggest confirmation. Because we have been above that 200 EMA for a while. We haven't tested it yet. If we look overnight and yesterday, right? Only tested it once yesterday at like 6:20 a.m. And after that, we didn't really touch it again for a while. So that test will come eventually. We just don't know when. So since we broke through it, did our first test, now I'm gonna wait for the second test, right? See for the breakout real quick. Go for that quick 1 point on there. A lot of high wicks here, right, guys? So that's something to be careful about. We might end up staying in our morning range for a while today. If we can break out, I will go for it. Just a quick scalp play. But you have to be very careful when you start noticing high wick situations, right? Back to back to back. Just broke through that morning range over here as well. So I'll see if price can hold between, and then maybe we can go for a scalp to the upside as well, right? So you have to notice we have a triple top right around here from our morning range price, a double top right here, but that area is where price has really been being tested. So just be careful with that. I don't like the fact there's a high wick on both sides. We got an alert right on this candle, but I'm going to be hesitant with it just because, having back-to-back wick situations as well. So it's not the best conditions. I don't see this being like the best alert. Because again, trying to form that doji and like spinning top candles, not our best bet. Because that means sellers can still be in control, right? I want price to pull back in before I try to go for a breakout play, right? I'm always going for the second test. Higher probability then. That's why. So let's see. He's in this situation where we have high wicks, we could easily just, make a fake breakout, right? And then just pull right back in and then just chop around here between our range that I drew out. So that's something to be very careful about. So pay attention to this range and make sure if you're getting into trades that maybe if you are in this range, be very careful and make sure they're very quick, because this is where price might end up chopping around a lot, because that's where we see price chop around most of the times, right? If we're not directional or trending, that morning range becomes the area where price just tends to sit for a while. His price literally got tested every single time. High wicks every time here, right? So we'll see how well we can hold it here. We might be able to push, who knows? But right now, I like to wait it out first. So let's see. What's up, Chuck? Yeah, we did have a nice push yesterday, man. For sure. We're just completely riding it up. Really trying to see if price can hold in between our range before I place my order in, because I don't want to get in situations where it just, hit no fills like yesterday where it hit our targets, but it wouldn't fill us in. And we had to take the loss then. So it's like, got to be very careful. And those happen in high wick situations. So I'm just going to have to be patient today. Yeah, we're finally holding above the 3,400, so it's good. Again, like I don't like seeing this chop because I think sellers might still try to push this down. Like that's my main concern, right? See some sellers piling up at 34, 31. So it's like, gotta just be careful right now. Again, tick charts, the short-term trend, obviously, their sellers are trying to push down right now. Let's see how well they can push it down. We might just get a clean flush to the downside, so let's see. Yep. Quick 100, guys. I don't even think that was like a second. It couldn't even tell the average trade time. That's how fast it went. That was out. Main reason I put my order there was because I saw it coming down, and that would have been the second test to break below, right? And that's exactly what it did. Filled us very fast. Like, I guess it took less than a second. That's why there's no average trade time or anything, but we have the profit. That's the first time I've ever had that happen, though. It usually shows me at least like 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds at least. But the fact that it says it doesn't even show me any time, that's kind of insane. But that's the whole reason why we go for that one point scalp off of the second breakout, because it should be quick like that. But I will be honest, I have never seen it be that quick. So that has me a little bit excited. But hey, I'm never gonna complain if it puts me in the green, right? We're approaching top of the channel today. Could see a drop again. I mean, we did make a big move, Chuck. So yeah, we most likely will see a nice little pullback. And again, we haven't touched the 200 EMA yet. That's usually a bounce area. So maybe if we could get price to push down to 200 EMA, that'd be great. So we'll see how well that works out, right? And like I said, when we see those choppy candles pop up, we might be stuck in this morning range, and that's exactly what's happening right now, right? We tried to break through it, came right back. But yeah, I'm still kind of like a little shook by the fact that it took 0 seconds for our trade. That's quite insane. Not gonna lie. And if you guys could hit that little like button down below, that'd be awesome. I'd really appreciate that, guys. And we're only 2 subscribers away from being the 100 subscriber mark, right? So let's see if we can get those 2 today. I know there's some people watching. I know they want to be that 100 subscribers. So let's see, guys. Can you make us hit 100 today? We got $100 in profit so far, so I don't see why we can't get 100 subs, right? Thank you, Mandich, for the support. I'm just trying to get that one. It would be the first milestone, right? You know, getting to 100 subscribers. I know we can get it. I know that there's those few people that are just watching, but they don't want to hit the button, but that's okay. But if they could, I would really appreciate it. That like and that subscribe, you know, that's what really helps growing the YouTube. Yeah, right now we're just going to be back in this range. I'm not going to take any trades between this range. Let that be. Wouldn't that be nice, Chuck? But if you actually did that, man, I would. That'd be awesome. That's some true support right there. A lot of sellers piling up right here. Around like 900 orders piling up at 34, 26, 25, 75. If you look at the dome, got taken out. That's why you gotta be careful for those people that read the dome, right? You can't simply depend on it. It's just a nice marker to tell you where people are piling up, but they can cancel their orders at any given moment. I appreciate all the likes, guys. I know we just saw the likes go up right now, so appreciate that. And again, for all the people that are like newer to trading, please do check out that course down below. It's free. I'm not one of those people that's going to be selling you a course or anything like that. It's literally like 6 hours long and has all the information about trading, your psychology, your risk management, trading strategies. So it's like, you know, check it out. It'll definitely help you guys out. A lot of people gave me good feedback on it, and I always add more stuff to it as we go along. So something definitely to check out. Because as you know, trading always a learning game, right? Gotta stay learning. And I was checking out the strategy you guys told me about with the counter channel, as well as that 9 EMA with the WeWap. So it is pretty interesting. I like it. It definitely does open up some big moves. But I was started playing around with the 9 EMA, and then I started playing around with like the 21 EMA. And that 21 EMA kind of helped you, you know, not get any false signals, especially if you're trading the overnight session. In the morning session, you're pretty much okay, but like in the overnight session, you might get hit with that 9 EMA a bit more. So super interesting to see. And the Cantler channel for the crude oil, I'm kind of liking it. Starting to understand it a bit more, seeing more patterns. So we'll see how that turns out. If I like the Kentler channel and everything, like I will make my views on everything, right? I'll make a nice little video on how I would trade it, and I will. And if I do make that video, that means I put real money in first. I'm never gonna put something out there if I didn't actually use it. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Finally got that 100 subs. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm happy today, guys. I'm happy. Like that's an exciting moment. We've been streaming for like about a month and a half, right about a month and a half, a month and some change. So I'm happy we can get 100. I was happy when I got like 10 subscribers, man. Like I'm grateful to have whatever I can get, right? I'm super excited for this. Yeah, we finally got 100, man. I'm excited. I'm happy. It's all to you guys, right? You guys got me to the 100, so I'm super grateful. Lewis, that would be pretty awesome if I got to a million subs, man. I wouldn't even know like how I would feel if I got to a million subs. Lewis, how has crude oil been treating you, man? I know you loved crude oil. I know it's been pumping up today. I was looking at the Kentler channels in that 20 minutes that you were telling me about. It's pretty sweet. There was that nice move that started around like 2:40 a.m. I don't know if you trade the overnight session. I don't know what time zone you're in, but I'm sure if you got in around like 2:40 or 3 o'clock and you rode that out, you probably made out big. Yeah, man, if only more people traded futures, right? All the subs go to the fake gurus, that's for sure. That is for sure. And all they're doing is they're just selling a course that really doesn't teach you much. Good move during learning session, but you just woke up. Okay. I'm sure we'll get to like we should be able to grow this channel a good amount. That'd be pretty exciting. I think the main thing is creating more videos about like strategies as well as like risk management. I kind of just put those in my course because that way everything's like, organized. I'm a person that likes to keep everything organized. So that's the whole reason I used a different platform to create the course again for free, right? But yeah, I mean, we'll make some more YouTube videos and start doing that. I definitely wanted to just help more people out with like everything like on the financial side at least because that's where my knowledge is and that's the stuff I love talking about. I love helping like friends and family with their budgets and their financial planning and their retirement planning as well. It's like I don't know, that type of stuff is just interesting to me. So who knows, we might make videos in the future about that, but that's down the line. Let's focus on this first. Let's see if we can get a nice move. We're still in that morning range. I'm not going to take anything within this morning range, guys. So again, price is going to be chopping back and forth. Obviously, if price is chopping back and forth, we're not going to get it. Like we're not going to get into it, right? Best to avoid and just wait, right? Do I advertise this on social media or anything like that? I mean, I put it in the course, like the beginning video link, I think, when I just said, hey, you guys can follow me on social media and blah, 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 blah. But I haven't really done any promotion for it. Kind of just keeping it natural and just trying to help the people I can, right? Thank you, Chris. Like the only thing I'll ever charge for people is the algo because obviously it took a lot of money to build out as well as, it is that edge and it's a tool that you can use for your own analysis as well. But I'm never like pushing that down people's throats or anything. You have to get them. If it's something that they think they would find useful, definitely go for it. I find it useful. You guys see me trade with it. That's why you see me all the time talk about it, because that's my system. But I'm never gonna be one of those people that's gonna be, hey, you have to buy this. Just trying to help people out. But I do want to learn more about, like, getting more awareness out there to help more people. But I think that just comes with some time. So it's like, we'll see. Step by step, baby steps. That's always my thing, right? Just go take one thing at a time. Don't try to do everything at once, because seriously, in the past, that's burned me, because I tried to do everything at once and it just never works out, right? Concentrate on one thing and then move to the next thing. Let me know how your mornings are going, guys. Did you guys get into any trades yet, or overnight? I know some of you guys trade overnight. Let me know. Right now, we are in the chop. I'm not touching this chop. Don't want it. Micro scalps, okay. Using the same 200 tick chart, I'm assuming, Chris. Okay, let's take a look at your chart that you talk about. Because we do have some time and we're just in the chop, right? Nice move right here, right? At 2:54 in the morning. 34.31. If you're shorted, you would have got that nice move. Yeah, Chuck, trading during like high news events or anything like that isn't really the best, right? I don't, that's something I stay away from, right? High news events, I definitely just, give it that time. Even when after FOMC speaks, sometimes I just, like, you see me just stay out of it, especially when Powell starts speaking. Then I kind of stay out of it for like the first 15 minutes, or until like a headline comes out first, and then I'll decide to enter. But if not, then I won't. It's like, well, like we talk about every day, like having probability in our favor is key, right? We're not here to gamble. If we were here to gamble, we can go to Las Vegas or any other casino and put our money on black or red and just do it there. Here, we are not here to gamble. We have our plans, we have everything set in place, and that's what we're going to follow. Chris 130, okay. What's Dragon saying? So as promised, Sicilian goat chart, 3 Kentler channels, all of the 1550 EMA period, and the ATR period is 1, ATR multiplier is 12. Okay, that is interesting. Yeah, dude, Chuck, I saw that. I saw all the memes pop up on Instagram this morning. I was kind of laughing. I was like, how do you not notice that there's a fly on your head? Like, people are gonna rip him apart on the internet. I mean, let's see if we can set that up right now. Not really seeing any movements for me at the moment, so I have some time at the moment. Let's start a new chart up. ES. Delete everything else, right? Even get rid of this. So Dragon just guide me through this. If I do anything wrong, just let me know. Channels, Antler channels. That EMA period was. Why is the EMA period 1550? I mean, I guess we are using the tick charts, right? Okay. So So just a quick thing, right? So you said EMA period and ATR period, and the first one is the multiplier is 12? What about the ATR period? So the ATR period is at 1550? Let me just hop in the chat here. Okay, ATR period. Okay. And so, okay, let me just confirm this. What happened to the thing? Oh, 6. Dragon, if possible, it might be easier if you just send me a screenshot of your chart settings. That way I can just read it and go from there. You could send a picture on Discord or something like that. That'd be awesome. We could test this out. I'm surprised so many people are using the 200 tick. I've always stuck with like the 500 and the 2000. Is 2 more Kentler. Okay, so I gotta do 2 more Kentlers. Okay, let's see. Indicators, Kentler channels. When you multiplier for 2 would be 22. This would be the second one. Third one. 32. Why the 1550 though? Where did that come from? What does the algo say about the 1 hour? Well, right now we crushed through the 1 hour. Here, I'll show you guys a quick chart glimpse while we're setting everything up, right? So the ES algo in the 1 hour pretty much crushed through our alert right here yesterday at 6 a.m. and pushed right through like we were watching it yesterday, right? We said we had the potential to get up to 3406 and it did. And now it's just going. So we'll see how far it wants to push up. But then again, in the 1 day, we are getting that alert. We never broke. We got that alert on the 5th, right? The 5th was, well, Monday. We got it on Monday. And we didn't hit our stop losses for that yet. So we're still in good hands. This alert is still valid. So let's see if we can push that up, right? The long term, it seems good right now because it seems like, okay, a nice sell off right here because, you know, the tech sell off happened and it acts as a nice pullback. We got a nice strong push right here. And ever since, we've kind of just been slowly grinding it out. Obviously, price will always fall faster than it rises, but we're making that slow grind. We are pushing up slowly. We did have 2 hesitation days here, but again, same thing happened here, right? We drop fast, slowly pick back up. Just repeats itself time and time again. Okay, let's check this out. Here, let me just make this full screen. Go to current bar. Yeah, we broke out on the daily chart also, so that's why we're kind of in good hands. We might just be seeing minor pullbacks here and there on the short-term time frames, but the long-term trend is still good at the moment. You see a potential long here? I would agree with you because, we've been in that direction and we're following it through. We haven't broken through our stops yet, so to me, it's completely valid. Okay, so dragon experiments. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this works, right? I mean, I'm okay with trade. If I'm doing this with regular ES, I will do it with one contract just because I don't know it yet. I have to really do some back testing, which I will. And I love that you guys are sharing strategies and everything. Like, good to see that helpful community form. Did you get TradingView through the broker or direct from the company? No, I've always had a TradingView account just from TradingView. I started off with a free account when they first they launched and everything. But I ended up paying for the premium version obviously because I had to set up my algo and then be able to control it there and protect my code, and they let me do that with the premium accounts. So been paying for that, but your broker allows you to trade with TradingView as well for free. This is interesting. So when you take profits dragon for this strategy, right? What is the parameters for that? Are you waiting for a level to level bounce, or is there a different system for profit taking? Because that's also a key factor, right? It's one thing to learn when to enter, and then there's another thing to learn when to exit. Yeah, Chuck. TradingView is free, regardless. You don't need to have a broker for it. I'm sorry. There's been a lot of chats. I was looking at this. Let me read these chats again real quick. So Chris, I got the TradingView normally. I just got it from just signing up through their website. They do have the free version, but then you can get the paid version as well. But to chart everything out, it's completely free. Um, so okay, I guess I would have to play with the strategy in micros, Dragon. Okay. This is a no lose strategy. I mean, we'll have to figure that out for ourselves, right? I don't know if there's ever a no lose strategy. But yeah, Chris, there is a great move on the 1 hour ES. Dragon, you never lost in 2 months. Okay. Sometimes it takes 6 hours. Yikes. Yeah, this is something definitely I'll have to start playing around with to see. Because like overall it looks pretty cool, but I need to figure out when the right point to take, the profit would be, right? Oh, you can go for 1 point scalps? Okay. Chris, you got in at 34.25. Okay, let's take a quick look at our regular charts, right? You got in at 34.25 at the bottom of our channel. Yeah, you're doing pretty well right now. It's up to you. Okay, so that's something I'd have to plan out because like whenever I build a strategy out, I have to know exactly where I'm trying to take the profits as well. Um, because that's how I can determine the risk to reward ratios. I mean, I'll keep an eye on it today. Let's see how well it works out. Like right now, it is approaching that level, right, at 34.34. So we'll see if it bounces off of that. We can have a live test, right? You can use the middle line as a profit as well. Yeah, that's what I was thinking because that's usually how the Kentler channels work, like, right? So it's like go for the extremes and then, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. This is interesting. Maybe with a combination of our pivot levels, we could have those as profit targets. We'll see. We'll see. Well, right now it is playing with that level. We'll see how well, right? Right now it did touch it, right? Let's see. So hit it to the tick. Let's see if we come back down completely. Will be an interesting situation. I kind of like the fact that we can test this out live so quickly. So Dragon, right now you'd go short, right? Because it touched the tick right there, right to the band. Okay, perfect. Okay, now I'm starting to understand exactly how your process is. This is good. We'll see how it works out. It did pull back. Let's see if from that point, if we were doing a scalp, I'm pretty sure it would have hit right for point. Yeah, but this time you should wait because it's near the max price of day. Okay. Yeah, definitely requires some back testing and understanding before we put any real money into this. Right now, just quickly want to check back on my charts to see where we are. Broke out of that morning range finally. If we can break above that, we might be in good hands. Where's my pivot level? Yikes, our next pivot level is at 34.54. Yeah, same, Chuck. I love learning about new strategies, man. It's so interesting. And I think YouTube really helps us, especially right now. Like, I love how we're all helping each other out. Like, that's the whole reason why I started everything, right? To be able to help more people and help make that community. I'm glad it's finally slowly picking into place. Even yesterday on the Discord channel, we had people straight, sharing their strategies and helping people out. People got intrigued by them and they're testing it out. So, love seeing that, man. Yeah, right now, even though we got the alert for the algo back at like 9:50, we didn't get in because obviously we were kind of stuck in the morning range with, choppiness coming in. And now we're pushing through it. Even so, it's like, I'll show you what I mean right now. We got that algo alert right here. I didn't like the fact that there was high wicks on both sides. There was inconsistency within the market, and it didn't hit our stop loss. It wouldn't have hit our stop loss yet, so we would still be in this. But the only thing is, right, even if this works out completely, I'm not going to be upset because this was just me understanding a high risk moment and avoiding it. So I'm okay with it, even though it could push up. But again, we kind of just made like a little double top situation here. That's going to be interesting. Yeah, man, trading is super lonely, not gonna lie. That's why I kind of like this YouTube channel and doing this because I get to talk to everyone, get to be on the stream. So it's very different for me as well. Because after in the beginning, when you're trading by yourself, it's all exciting and everything. But after you've been doing it for a while, you kind of just get like, okay, like kind of bored now. I kind of want to talk to some people. SDMES. See if we can just get more data back. Yep, perfect. I thought it touched it before. Did the candler channels change with the price? What's happening? Or do I just need to go back more? Get some more data in? I don't know why I do that. I thought we saw it touch to the tick. Did we not see this touch to the tick before? You need to change your setting to go to 999 candles back. Okay. Chart settings. Still didn't show. So Dragon, on your screen, did it hit right here or no for you? Because right now it disappeared for me. It hit before, which is kind of confusing to me. That's something I would have to probably pay attention to. I guess maybe scroll back more because that's what we did last time, right? Oh, it didn't touch for you either? Okay. I guess for the way I traded before, I never noticed that that was an issue. I would just scroll back and forth with trade of like for my EMAs to load up, but like other than that, I never had issues with them. I guess yeah, their scrolling thing is kind of annoying. That's why I like prefer looking at everything on TradingView because everything just loads up. It did not hit. That's good. Hopefully they fix it soon because I'm kind of tired of scrolling back every time just to see what my data is. Especially when I switch back and forth with between tabs for my charts, right? I go back and forth here. That's when it really starts, you know, doing that. Pretty much coming back down again. Let's see how we're probably entering back into our morning range, right? Yep. Yeah, Dragon, I completely agree, man. That's why I like to just stay on one screen the whole time, just because I don't like going back and forth. These even right now, right? If I want my pivot levels, I have to scroll back. Where'd they go? There we go. Like, it's super annoying to have that. Like, no other platform does that, which makes, like, no sense on why they messed up with it so bad. But their analytics are super nice. That's one, and their bracket system. Literally, the analytics and the brackets are the one main reason I love Tradeovate. Other than that, they could have some more improvements and everything, but I think they're still a newer like platform, right? Compared to the other ones. It's definitely nice to have two charts side by side. I just like having them on different screens. I mainly look at the ones on Trading View and then go from there, but NQ is nicely bouncing off of the 200 EMA in the 5 minutes, so we'll see if that can recover. ES is kind of, price is still holding strong, but Delta is pushing down again, just like yesterday. So watch out for a little bit of a dip. The channels go up and down towards, okay. So Chuck, there are specific settings for the channel. I believe he said them before in the chat. I think you just had to scroll up towards it. But said the periods were like 1550 and you have 3 channels. So one is at the multiplier of 12, then 22, and then 32. Take a look. Yeah, the scrolling thing is gonna be pretty annoying. It's interesting because NQ has really been trying to push down lately. ES and NQ are not in sync, so definitely watch out for that. Wait for which one determines them as the leader for the day, and then go from there. We might hit it. Let me just scroll back on the data completely just to be safe here. That way we can test it out as accurate as possible. Literally looks like something you'd see at the hospital, like when you get your heart rates done and everything. Got super close to it. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting strategy though. Okay, so one of the parameters for this will be to not enter anytime it's approaching like the highs of the day. Okay. That's pretty easy enough to remember. Let's see, guys. Let's see what the market wants to do. And we have been getting, it's kind of weird. Like lately, we've been getting alerts from the algo very early before the market open, and then after like lunch lately. So it's like we really have to wait it out, right? I think there was one time last week when I was eating lunch and I got an alert and I had to like run up to my computer and then get in. Definitely worked out in my favor, but kind of just like having it be done when I'm sitting in front of my computer. Okay, that's just your personal rule. I mean, we can test it out to see how valid it is, right? I mean, the market's definitely been wasting my time, but hey, that's part of the game. We have to pay our dues and we have to make sure we abide by our rules, right? That's very important with the market. The market doesn't care about our time. The market doesn't care about our money. Market won't care about us at all. It's just about making sure we can make something happen. Damn, that is selling hard on the 200 tick. Maybe we can get a bounce off of the orange line. Let's see. I mean, NQ has been choppy and wanting to sell off, so it's like we will see. Like, I'm just waiting for ES to catch up to it. I don't know why it hasn't. Once NQ breaks below 11,488, that's when we'll see probably like a nice big jump, right? Yeah, so the tick charts are always different, Jug. That's something you gotta keep in mind. And don't let tick charts make you think that there's a big sell-off happening. Um, always understand like the 5 minutes to understand like and the price to know if a big sell-off is happening, not just tick charts. Tick charts will play with your head that way. So that's why price is always important to keep in your head. Because you have to understand, like the sell-off that it looks like a big sell-off, but really it's went from 35 down to like 29, 28, so 5, 6 points. And the 5 minute candle, that's like nothing. I'm gonna go back to my 5 minute charts for a little bit. Yep, breaking out, coming back into that morning range. I gotta be careful. I personally use tick charts to scalp. I'm never in big plays with the tick charts. I find tick charts to be honestly, it's how to catch quick moves, right? Because tick charts move super fast. So when you want to do high frequency trading, tick charts would be your best bet. And you go for that 1.2 points pretty immediately based on the volatility that's happening, especially if you're looking at the 500. Well, 200 tick, I've never had practice with, so I can't say anything. But 500 tick and 2000 tick, you can definitely be doing nice quick scalps. Yeah, guys, we're pretty much just super choppy at the moment. I'm just gonna have to sit back, keep myself distracted, not get too focused on this, and not try to. I'm not even gonna go look for a scalp right here, to be honest. I will make that clear. Like the way the market's acting right now, I'm not even looking for scalps. Yeah, definitely agree, man. When it goes up, it's got to come down. Super choppy. I'm like looking at the crude oil as well just to see if I can catch a move on that, but not seeing anything I like, so it's like can't do anything. Let's see how the 500 tick chart's doing. It's okay today. Nothing crazy. Yeah, man, I'm kind of getting bored here with this. This is how it's gonna be for now. It's like we're gonna have to wait till like the afternoon. Maybe we'll find a nice alert then. But I don't even want to chop. Delta's not even that strong. Price is just a weird because NQ wants to push down. ES trying to push up. Things aren't in sync. No sync, no trade. Yeah. Gotta be patient right now. That's all I can say, right? What do you think of the 5 minute candlestick alerts? What do you mean by that? Are you talking about the Algo T Flynn? So I really recommend you use the Hikanashi for the algo alerts just because you will avoid those fake out situations. Because one, with the candlesticks, there's more price movement happening and it will mess a little bit things up. With the Hikanashi, you just get a bit more confirmation of the move. That's why you see the alerts. Whenever I trade, I specifically trade the alerts in the Hikanashi. So that's why I recommend that to people as well because that's what really works. It's just an extra set of confirmation. You can get in on the regular candlesticks with the algo, but then you might get some false alerts. That's the key thing. That's why when I go over the rules with people, I tell them, hey, use the Heikinashi and then follow the alerts and go from there. The candlesticks alerts do happen more frequently because the way they form is very different. So that's why you get different results. Same thing if you use like Renko or you use like some other chart settings, right? You have like the baseline ones, you have the areas, then you have the range charts, and you have the Kagi charts, point and figure charts. Like each one gives you data differently. So it depends on your strategy and how you're combining it, and that's how you can really optimize, right? For me, it's always been the Heikinashi with this, like the enhanced traits algo system. When I back tested it, I realized I was getting better results in the Heikinashi than the candlesticks, and that's why I tell people use the Heikinashi because that's where you're going to get the best results. It acts as a double confirmation of the trend reversal, and then you get the momentum to follow through with it. And that's why even in like the Discord, you get the alerts. They're all from the Heikinashi charts because that's where everything works smoothly, and it's easier to read the charts as well. NQ is making a little bit of a push. But we still have some sellers piling up at 34.35 around that area. Not too many. We should be able to break through them. But again, so we've been struggling to break out properly. So we'll see what happens right now. I know a lot of people do like using the regular candlesticks with everything, but like sometimes you just have to adapt and understand different things work differently. And I've personally always used like the Higanashis just because they're smooth. It makes the chart more readable and less messy. If I was purely trading just price action, then yeah, having regular candlesticks makes sense. But if I'm building out a system where everything works and I'm trying to find good pre-momentum moves, then Heikenashi's definitely helps you out in that area. So pretty much an alert is being created on the NQ at the moment, but we'll see how strong it can be. I mean, it is bouncing off the 200 EMA, but ES is kind of still chopping back and forth. Maybe the NQ could be the big determination factor and push everything up. But ES is still choppy, so I'm kind of very hesitant on getting in on anything. Yeah, Chris, it's super choppy, man. That's why I'm really not feeling anything at the moment. Dragon, it'll move, dude. Just gotta give it some time. Even the tick charts are choppy, so it's like, is it really worth getting in on anything? You're out on the micros. I mean, you should have still made out pretty well, right? Probably, you said you got in around like 34.25, so you probably got like 6 points right now, 6 to 7 points. That's still a good trade. MNQ is slow as molasses. Yeah, man. Today it's been very slow, but that just I say just give it till the afternoon. That's when we might see some bigger moves happening. I mean, the NQ is trying to form a move right now, so what will be interesting is to see if it plays out. So you can tweak my charts for your own preferences. You plus tick, lower ticks, ATR. Your version only gives you 4 to 6 trades a day. I mean, that's still a good amount of trades per day. Finally got filled on your first target. Congrats, Warren. That's some good stuff. Yeah, it definitely took a while. I wonder what time you entered. Afternoon could be another tweet from Trump. Don't say that, man. I don't want to see those tweets pop up. I like it when he doesn't talk. I don't understand why he has such a big impact on the stock market. He doesn't control it. Literally, he's just all talk. Everything has to go through Congress and the Senate and everyone, like the House. But nope, they just think one tweet can, do everything. But when Elon did his tweets, the SEC goes after him. But when Trump does it, nothing happens, right? Elon is a god. That guy's gonna. I can't wait to see his next projects. Like once Tesla's all done, I want to see what he's like has in mind next because I know he has the space stuff already and all, but like I feel like he's still gonna come out with something ridiculous. Yeah, definitely T Flynn. Yeah, the boring projects are pretty cool. Like I feel like what they do? They sell like random stuff too. Boring company. Like he would be the person to call it the boring company. No, wasn't there something else where he made like random products? Wasn't that through the boring company or no? This guy's a cyborg. Don't understand how he can run so many damn companies at once. I mean, he has people working for him, right? He's just a visionary. I mean, he does work actually in the field as well. So it's like that's the one reason I respect him so much is because he's not just like, oh, I'm gonna sit in the back office in my desk and just, you know, just command people. He literally creates the idea and then he actually works on them himself with the team. And that's why I respect him so much that he is hands on like that. But yeah, that tunnel, that's gonna be super cool. We're finally getting that pump. I guess that ES alert finally starting to play out. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I still see like since the market's been so choppy, we might still reverse from this. Obviously, I don't like to trade the NQ. I haven't been trading for a little while. Only looking for ES plays and potentially crude oil stuff, right? But again, we got the alert for the NQ here on the 5-minute charts at 11:05. Broke through, so could hit it. This could be the moment that we can start that run, right? But we'll see. For me personally, I feel like with the chop happening so much, we might need to test it a bit more. But you never know. A ruby red short. Interesting. Your friend works for Tesla and he said he came down to the warehouse just to talk to the workers. That's nice. Why are 5G towers dangerous? I've heard so many conspiracies about them. Dude, I have no clue why 5G towers would be dangerous, to be honest. What about all the towers we have already? 5G towers for COVID? Dude, you're gonna get those conspiracies anytime anyone creates anything new, right? Same thing happened when we built windmills and like those wind turbines. Like they say, oh, the wind turbines give you cancer. I'm like, how? This is literally just moving through the air. If something's giving out radiation, then that's a different story. But like, even because like we've had what cell phone towers for the longest time. Like these 5G towers aren't like new towers that they're building, right? I feel like they're just adapting or making upgrades to the towers that they already have. It's just boosting the signal, like amps and like the length of it. So I don't know why there's stupid conspiracy theories about everything, but yeah. Dude, I love Elon. Like he's a funny guy. Would definitely would love to meet him one day. Been liking wheat, but not traded it yet. Yeah, I haven't really looked into like the other futures, mainly just, ES, NQ, crude oil, and gold, but maybe I'll check out the other futures after a while, but I don't know. Still not at that stage where I want to test those out. They're a lot slower. For me, I just like the quick moves that come in the morning and be done. You're gonna go get some cookies. Nah, I actually want to do my workout today before I get lunch. So we'll see. Maybe around like, we'll see when I want to hop off. Because this is just choppy, man. You got filled for a 10-point short on the MNQ. Nice job. Secure that bag. Don't know if it's just TradeStation. On here, I barely have any data for the other futures like soybean or wheat or corn. TradingView, I mean, okay, I never really looked into it for TradingView for soy or anything. Let me see. No, there are soybeans. There's data on TradingView as well. For soybeans, it's the ticker is ZS1 exclamation point. But yeah, TradingView has the data for it, man. Okay, what else did you say? Wheat? Yeah, for wheat, the ticker is ZW. ZW1 exclamation point for TradingView. Oh, you mean the super low volume, I mean. Yeah. But when you have charts like that, right, that's when using like the Heikin-Ashi really helps you understand the price movement. Like for example, this is ZW. This is wheat, right? Wheat futures. When we go to regular candlesticks, low volume and everything, you don't really like it's hard to tell what's gonna happen, right? But with the Heikin-Ashi, you can at least see the trend and you can be able to hold. So if I switch to Heikin-Ashi right here, boom, nice clear picture of where price really wants to move. That's the benefit of the Heikin-Ashis, right? Yeah, we're just entering into that morning range again. Go to copper real quick. Yeah, let me go to copper. My bad, I didn't see that. Copper futures. Yeah, regular candles. You would see it like this. Heikin-Ashis. Use the regular candles. Yeah, with the regular candles, you're gonna be a bit more confusing, right? Especially if you're trying to trade with the trend. Check your ticker, right? Make sure your ticker says, type in copper when you search for it, and then click the first one, and then make sure you hit the continuous. That shows you all the data. Oh, you went to the HG ones? I don't know. I kind of have the data, right? I don't have anything different. That's actually, try HG1 explanation point. See if it comes in. Maybe they just, yours is just dots. I don't know why that would be. Check the time frame. Maybe I put in the 5 minutes. Maybe if I go to 1 minute, then yeah, that's still messy. Maybe just give an email to TradingView. Maybe they just have to, I don't know, maybe something went wrong when you signed up with the account. Maybe it's their data. I always use the continuous contracts. That way, like everything's always there. Because I always, analyze everything on TradingView and then put it into TradeDebate for my execution for futures. Yeah, I would just reach out to TradingView, Chuck. Maybe it's just an error on their end. Because I've never had any issues getting data from them. The Fed H T futures. So that would be HGV 2020. Yeah, HGV 2020 does look like this. That is weird. Yeah, dude, that is super weird. This is why I use the continuous ones. That way, like, the data is all there, but let me just see. Maybe we have to go. Let's try the November ones. Because this is when the Heikinashi really helps you read better, right? The difference from this to this. Yeah, I don't know why it showed you guys like that. I personally don't know why. I would definitely contact them. Switch to December. Okay, so December is probably the one that the most volume is at then. Yeah, December looks normal. So you probably just have to be in the right contract when you're trading this one. Same thing with all futures, right? Let's see. Yeah, when you're trading futures, that's definitely something to pay attention to. Which, um, contracts are being traded, right? Which one has the most volume with them? Like right now for ES, it's ESZO, but on the Z contracts, and once we get closer to the rollover times, then we'll have to shift over again. But I guess for copper and it just works differently. You just got to pay attention to which ones, because like I know same thing happens with gold sometimes. And we are getting this nice little sell-off. Not really, not too bad, but let's see. Just kind of went to our morning range. This is why I say the morning range is so important. So when I was doing the top step challenge, what I did was one, I followed the algo alerts as well as minor scalps using the tick charts. It didn't take too long because we had some nice moves, right? It's like, I think, what was the minimum for it again? Let me check, see if it tells me. I remember it didn't take too long. I think I was done within the month. Because for the 50K account, you do have to trade for a minimum of 10 days, so I think it was like a month and maybe like, yeah, a little over maybe a day or two. Something like that. You're up 400 on the YM. Congrats, man. We are selling off. That 200 EMA, right? Where are our pivot levels now? So we have the 200 EMA here. We have a pivot level for support at 411, 412. So now is the time that we might see, we could get a nice pullback. This is when I'd be happy to enter. This could act as our pullback, so we'll see how it wants to play out. I'm just gonna go move my body around for a little while because I've been sitting for way too long. we are getting that nice bounce off of that 200 EMA, right? And we knew it was bound to happen at one point. We've been pulling away from it for a while. I like the fact that we broke through the previous bigger pivot highs, right? I like to see that. But we also did reverse right there. We didn't really make a bigger push. We'll see what happens. But if a nice set of buyers can step in now, that would be a nice area to start getting in, right? I'm really liking the way this candle is forming. Nice support coming in. See if it can hold. Might look to get long after this candle closes. Because we can have this buying pressure step in. Be very nice. Nice smooth move. NQ is slowly starting to push up. ES is also trying to push up with it. They're kind of in sync. I like seeing that. Just gonna see if we can break above that psych level of 3430. I think then I could possibly get in. Because then we'd be holding above that high volume node for the day as well. So that could act as double confirmation for us. And then I'm gonna see if we can get any type of algo alert to pop in. I'd love to see that happen. Yeah, potential trade coming up soon, hopefully. Let's see, guys. Let's see. I think we might finally start being done with this chop. Might be time. $500 tick chart struggling a little bit around that 200 EMA as well. So it's like, this is a, if we can get some buyers to hold, it would be a nice setup for the long side. And we're getting weaker again. Great, just great. Pelosi, Trump make some. I'm pretty sure that's probably what they're waiting on as well. They're like, let's just get some news in. But this is quite irritating. Seller stepping in, 500 tick chart short-term trend telling us wants to go down a little bit. Let's see if we can hold it. Why aren't we chopping around this much today? Come on. Oh. Honestly, our morning range is one thing, but looking at the overnight, we've been pretty choppy for a while, right? If we make this a bit smaller. Out. And like that pivot high, the pivot low. We haven't broken through it for a long time. I really thought we were gonna get a nice move right now, but I guess not. Let's see this 200 tick chart. Let's see if it's telling us anything. Just gotta scroll back so much. See, now it's showing me that it hit it before. Like, no, I guess it didn't hit. Got close to it. I Come on. Something just happened already? Seriously. No, it's because they're still in the talks with the stimulus stuff because Pelosi said they reject the idea of smaller airline aid package. Super choppy, guys. Be very careful when you're trading today. Just love how McDonald's quarterly same store sales rise 4.6%. And it's because of all this partnership stuff with the musicians. Chuck, I fully support that statement. Rather be here than at that 9 to 5, watching, sitting at that grave cubicle. Oh no, that's a nightmare. Hey, look at that. We got 101 subscribers. Thank you for that one person that subscribed after the 100. Thank you. Yeah, man. Like, even when I started at my 9 to 5 back in the day, like before, like, you know, before I went full time with trading and all, but that, no. I was so determined to not be there. I made sure I had nothing at my cubicle. I made sure I didn't personalize it because I didn't want to get attached to anything. Like, the people were great, the company was great, not gonna lie about that, but that just didn't fit with my dreams and my passion. Yeah, guys, listen to Chuck. Let's see, just smash that like button. There's 22 people watching. I know you guys can hit that like button. Let's get that support in. I'd really love it. Thank you. Lewis, it's your first week of retirement? That's awesome, man. How do you like it so far? I mean, from what you've been saying in the past week or so, like, you've been crushing it with the markets as well. So, congrats, man. Nice shift, right? Can't believe it yet. It'll sink in. I think the fact that you have trading will really keep you, like, your mind normal. I feel like some people, when they just go into retirement, they're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do anything," and I'm like, "How can you do nothing?" Like, I guess that's just my personality, right? It's like I'm always trying to move around. Like, I'm always trying to do something. It's only when I'm like really burnt out that's when I'm like, okay, I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna sit here. But other than that, my mind's always running, trying to do something. But yeah, Chuck, you're right on that. Learning to trade young is very important because you'll have a skill that you can make money with at any time in your life. The market keeps you mentally sharp. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you're not just getting bored at home or just sitting there doing nothing, right? It's good to like have the market, watching the market because it's a whole nother game. I think that's like the one of the coolest parts about YouTube is like we get to see and meet everyone from everywhere. People are from all different countries, all different situations, but they all have the same goal: make money with the markets, right? Super interesting how we can connect. They fish the same pond every day. Oh man, dude, I really don't know how people do that. Like, at least go to a different pond, right? Don't go to the same one every day. Like, I mean, if he has good company with him, I guess that's all that matters. I will agree with that because sometimes, even if I'm just walking down the same street, but if I'm with my favorite friends and like my best friends and my family, I don't mind it at all. But like fishing at the same pond every day, I would probably get bored of that. I'd probably change it up, like try to change it up every day. Try to do something new. Guess that's why when you're retired and you're a grandparent, you really love it because you get to just spend time with the kids. Yeah, you're right, Dragon. If it's something you love, it's not boring. That is true. I'm the same way, Chuck. I'm the same way. I always have my hands full with something. First, it was just trading, and I entered real estate. Now I have the YouTube channel and the streams, trying to grow that. On top of that, I'm trying to grow the enhanced trades, the business side of things as well with the Algo. I'm trying to keep everything very natural, but slowly. Nice progress is being made. My motto is just to keep everything as honest as possible. And I feel like if you're a trader, you're never really retired, right? You can do it at any time. Hey, that's awesome, Lewis. What's your first destination, if you don't mind me asking? Where do you want to travel to? I like the Caribbean. Super nice there. Food was good too. Places with good internet. I mean, pretty much nowadays, every place, every city has like good internet connections, right? First stop your home. I mean, post COVID, I wouldn't mind meeting up with people in the area or somebody around like closer to my side, right? In the East Coast, I wouldn't mind meeting up. But that's all after COVID, right? We're still super choppy, guys. Then London, you never been? Okay. London's nice. Kind of felt like New York a little bit. Different, but like, that city vibe. Yeah, man, Ditch, what a day, right? What did your fam think about you choosing trading as a career? Um, that wasn't something that they wanted. Obviously, they wanted me to follow that corporate route because I did get a good job at a good company. But you know, still they weren't the biggest fans of it because obviously you're not getting that steady income, and everyone's used to having that, following that steady income route, being make sure you get that paycheck every time. But at the end of the day, it took a lot of convincing, and they finally came around to it. Yeah, and the main thing before I went full time, I had to prove myself and show them I was serious about everything, because like that's one of the biggest things that people do is like they kind of go off on a whim and they see something will work out like once or twice. I made a complete plan of exactly what I was gonna do for the whole year if once I go with it full time, right? What's my income gonna be? Where am I gonna get it from? How much is my goals? And what am I gonna do in the time that I'm off? So it's like everything was pre-planned, and I kind of just had to stick with that plan, right? Because once you have a plan, like you know exactly what you need to do. When you get into trading and you're just like, "Oh, I'm just gonna trade full time," and that's your plan, like that's not a plan. That's just a statement. Anyone can say that. But when you're really going full time, have that plan. Budget, biggest thing, budget your money. Have your bills accounted for at least 6 months minimum, and then plan it out. What are you going to spend money on? What are you not going to spend money on? Cut everything out. So when I was saving up for that, and like I made sure I had no debt on my hands either before I went full time. I had student loans. I had to pay those off first. Yeah, man, we were brainwashed as kids. Grow up, get a good job, get married, stay in that job you hate because it's safe and pays well. Have kids retire, then you read ever. Yep, that's a lot of people. And when I kept thinking about that, I was like, I can't do this. And a good book, you guys probably already read it, but Rich Dad Poor Dad definitely helps you shift that mindset of understanding, hey, like I need to do something with my life. I can't just sit at this 9 to 5 all day. Because you have to remember, right? If you're not working on your own dreams, you're working for on someone else's dreams. Because whatever company you're starting at or working at, you're gonna be, working on their dreams. There's only two options. You work on your dreams or you work for someone else's dreams, and you have to pick which one do you want to do. And when you do decide something, be passionate. Make sure it's something you're really passionate about, because if you're not really passionate about it and you just do it because somebody else is making good money, it's more times than not, it's not going to work out the best. Oh, Lewis, trust me, dude. The office politics pissed me off, man. I hated that. Yeah, and there's so many ways to make a living today, right? So many different ways. In my opinion, I went to college. I got a degree in finance and management information systems, but I could have done all this. I mean, it definitely helped. It definitely did spark like more interest and more knowledge, definitely for sure. And you meet some great people, make some great friends. But that is something you can't really neglect, right? But overall, like you can still learn everything by yourself. You don't need to go to college for it. You're managing a team of 12 cooks at your corporate job and with good pay for age, but realized, yeah, man. Yeah, man, if you could barely see your family, that is a struggle. Like college is an experience, but it depends on like what type of person you're. If you just want to work a corporate job for the rest of your life, sure, go to college. I guess like it won't make a really big difference. But even for the corporate jobs now, I'm finally happy that they're really taking it away from that. I am very interested in this move right now. Just gonna let the candle finish up. Let's see if we can finally make that push up, guys. This is an algo alert play. Let's see if we can finally make that push up that we've been looking for. I never heard that quote from Elon, but dude, that is nice. College is great for showing people that you can do your chores, but it's not for learning. Yeah, man, you don't really learn too much. It depends on the person you are. If you're a person that's actually genuinely just studying and like everything, but there, that's different from the person that's just going to college just because they were told to. Then they don't have that interest in it. If you're really interested in learning, then yeah, you'll succeed. That's why you see the top like 1% of your class and where they're at, because they generally liked learning and they understood and they learned a skill from it. Most other people are just going to class and saying, "Oh, okay, I have to take it, right?" That's all it is for them. It's not they're not there because they want it to be. Like when I took some of my classes, I was like, I don't want to be here. Like I don't want to learn about this. But then when I went to some of my other classes, it's like, oh, they're talking about investments and like analyzing them. I was like, showed up on time every single time, made sure I was there, took notes, paid attention. Like it really comes down to, are you really passionate about it? And do you actually want to learn? Oh, school does not teach you real life things you need to know. Literally, we go to school from kindergarten to at least 12th grade, and like what? We don't learn about taxes, how to pay, how to write a check, how to do anything. Like, do I miss my job at all? No, not one bit. There were times where it's just like, it's nice to have people around you, but no. This is something I've always wanted to do, just trading and everything around it. So it's like, I don't really miss it. And no matter how much hard work you put in at a corporate job, sometimes what happens is it just goes by your network and your connections, right? I agree with that quote from Elon, dude. That's actually a nice quote. Let's see if we can get filled on this guy right here. Let's see. Yeah, man, it really comes down to your personality and you fit. Because if you get the interview, right? Let's think about this. Why would they even call you in for an interview? That means you're pre-qualified to do all the tasks that acquired, right? They're interviewing to see if you're the right fit for the company and to see if you're the right fit for the department that you're working in with the people that you're working in. And it's all about your personality and showing them, hey, like I'm a person that you can chill with at any time or talk to properly, right? I think that's really what makes it big. Oh, she's internal, then I guess that's a different story. Yeah, man, because like if they got to the interview stage, you already pre-qualified them to be like, hey, this guy can do the job. He has the skills for it, or him or her. But it's like, do I want to work with this person? Do I like this person? Like, or are they like a creep? Or are they weird? Like, it comes down to that stuff. You may be too good at our current job to get promoted too. That's the one thing, right? If you're really good at something, they'll try to keep you in that position because they know you do a lot of the work. So that's something to watch out for. That's why you have to be just good enough, but to be able to move up. Sam, so why do I buy one tick higher? It's mainly to avoid double top situations as well as like not getting, I don't want to just get in just because I saw the alert, right? Because then we could have false alerts where momentum kind of kicks back and then we have random moves where it just pushes us down, right? By going for that one tick higher, even though we're giving up that one tick, it's not much in the overall profit that you're getting, as well as you're avoiding double tops. Double tops are the worst things you can get into because you have take a pretty big loss on double tops. So that's why I always place it one tick higher. Like sometimes price can get right up to it and then push right back down, right? But if it can break through, that means hey, there's momentum picking up and we're in good hands. I mean, I hope she gets promoted, Chris. Wish her the best. Trying to see if I can get filled on this. If it doesn't get filled on this candle, I'm just gonna pull it. I'm gonna walk away. I'm hungry too, so that's playing into effect now. But because if it's not gonna hit it in these two candles, like that loss, the momentum's kind of lost there a little bit. And if it's gonna continue that choppiness, then I'd rather not be in it. I watch stuff from my phone and everything, but like if I get an alert, it'll pop up. But like, just gotta wait. You have to do your day job soon. Oh man. EH and AH will be better, probably. Right now we're hitting that double top scenario. Let's see. Let's see. We get hit, filled. Let's make that pump. Keeps you active. That's good. So Sam, this is exactly what we were talking about, right? Where we can hit a double top scenario like this one. We haven't finished the candle yet, so it's not confirmed. But if you had your order right at there, we could have got hit there, and who knows, it could reverse here. But I'm still waiting it out. Gonna see if it can break through. See, come on. Can we get that buying support to step in? Candle size is getting smaller as well. My rule, I kind of try to get in on the next two candles, so I guess I'm gonna have to cancel this. Cancel that, and I guess I'll just wait for the next alert. That's the whole reason why we wait for that one tick. Avoid double top situation, because right now it could reverse because the momentum's kind of just dying off. Candles are getting smaller and smaller. Getting weaker now as well. So I'll wait for the next alert. We'll probably still chopping around. Might start doing some Amazon Flex. I haven't heard about Amazon Flex. Let me see. Driven by always being, I don't know. Oh, you make deliveries for Amazon. Okay. Yeah. I mean, they pay pretty decently, right? It says right here, it says most drivers earn between 18 or to 25 an hour, so I'm pretty sure you can set your own times with that as well, so that's pretty cool. I mean, if you're making still 18 to $25 an hour, if you can make 25, that'd be nice. And you can pay the bills with that. Yeah, Chris. Let's see here. You can do Amazon Prime and Amazon Grocery thing if you want. My bro makes around $60 an hour on average with those, but they're more rare. Interesting. I mean, yeah, I guess with Christmas and everything, they need the delivery people, right? Michael, I kind of just keep my monthly income and my yearly income private, just because it's you keep your income private. But I always show you guys my profits on a daily basis. You can calculate that if you wanted to, but each month will be different. Well, I can tell you right now, I don't make 100K a month. That's for sure. But a couple thousand definitely for sure. Sometimes it'll be over 10, sometimes it'll be under. Depends on the month. It depends like what I'm doing as well, right? With stocks, sometimes it'll be a great month, it'll make a lot more. Futures, more steady. So yeah. For me personally, I just keep my income private because that was just the way I was like raised, right? Like it's just like a rule. But That's why I never ask people for incomes or anything, because I feel like that shouldn't matter. Because I know I think that one of the reasons I was told as a kid, like, people judge you by the money you have or the money you make, and I'm like, I kind of didn't like that. I don't want to be judged for something like that. Be judge me for my personality and what I do, but not for a number. I don't want to be defined by a number. I mean, people just want to know, right? People, it's understandable. I can understand where they're coming from, and it's quite normal. But some people are okay with giving their whole lifestyle, like, bank balance out, and I'm like, let me protect myself from people trying to hack me or anything like that. No, I know, Michael. I know you're coming from a good heart. You're just asking to get an idea. I'm just talking about general public, right? Just when they ask those questions, it's just sometimes. And at the end of the day, how much I make never makes a difference for your own personal pocket, right? You can tell when somebody's BS, when somebody's like following their strategies and making money. Like, sometimes on the streams you'll see me make a good amount, sometimes you won't, because that's the way trading is. Some days I make 100 on futures, some days I'll make 1,000 on futures. Like, I have my whole stock account that's also bringing income, right? So it's not just like I'm depending on futures alone. But I think the biggest part to understand is, if a person's being able to trade full time, they're probably doing well, right? That's a clear indication. If you trade full time, then you're probably doing well as well. Yeah, the people that are buying Lambos and Ferraris are out there, yes, but you know that day will come for me as well. I'm not at the stage, because if I buy a luxury car like a Lambo or a Ferrari like that, I want to be in the position where that's not money I have to worry about. Like, if I'm spending 500,000 on a car, I want to be able to at least have like 1.5 cash sitting, or even more. You're a BMW fanboy? Okay. I'm a bit. It depends on for me. It depends on the car. I kind of like the Audi's RS. That's one of the things that I do want to get. I like the S5 and the RS5, like the Sportback now. I do like that one. Or like the S7. I always had my eye on that one, so maybe. But for me right now, all my cash will be saved up to buy properties, because that's my main thing. That's where I want to get into, because even though I love cars, man, because I have like, you can see, like, even if you sit on my desk, I have like 3 model cars just sitting on my desk, right? Just like little dreams and everything. So it's like good motivation and nice design for my desk. But overall, you know, I feel like if I can get my hands on some properties and everything, they can pay for the cars in the future. So I kind of just sit tight with my cash. Yeah, so the people that are selling courses, they're the ones, they're making more money from courses than they are from trading. They'll probably put their cash that they got from the courses into their trading account to show you that balance. But Yeah, like that's a whole different type of person. Yeah, Dragon, the RS6 did launch in America. Pretty nice. But I kind of want, I like the S7. I don't really need the RS7 or anything like that. That's one of the things, right? So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, man, they're good at building that cult following though. Like, props to them for being able to learn how to market, right? That is a skill that not too many people can have. But it just depends, like, what are you actually selling? What are you actually doing? Like, what are your morals? What are you helping out? And like, I know there's some good people out there that sell their courses, but they do it modestly. But like, I just think education should be free because like most of this information nowadays you can get it from Google and YouTube and all these places, but all they're doing is recreating it with their own self in front of the camera and then putting in and organizing it. You're really paying for that organization. Yeah, Dragon, cars are not an investment, man. Yeah, I see the Ross Cameron ads everywhere, and he has a lot of views on YouTube as well because he's been doing it for a while. And Ricky Gutierrez, yeah, I think, no, I've watched his videos before. So I think he does trade a little bit, but I think for the car stuff, he does flip the cars. So I will give that to him. He's doing well on that one. He never buys the cars new. He's always buying used cars, used exotic cars, right? He'll keep them for a little while and then push them out, try to make a little profit, or break even on it. So all he's paying for is insurance and all that normal stuff for car maintenance. Yeah, definitely never buy a new car. That's asking to lose money. Buy like a certified pre-owned or something like that. That way you avoid the depreciation. I guess don't drive a nice car in Los Angeles, right, Lewis? We are making that little pump up now. I mean, Dragon, that's the way he advertises it, right? He's like, yeah, he is a real trader for sure. I've seen a few videos from him. He does trade for real, that's for sure. But the way to get down to his methods, you're gonna have to practice for a really long time, man. Like he's been doing that for a while to get to that level. But when his ads come out, it's like, oh, you can learn this in like just a few minutes and you'll be a trader. Then that's the wrong way. I tell people, I, if you even follow me or you ask for my advice, like I tell them, you will not become successful overnight, and you will have to put the work and effort in. If you're willing to do that, then that's when I help them. But if not, then I'm just like, it's not worth anybody's time. Doesn't care. Yeah, man, you have to be brutally honest with them because they think it's just a game that they can just make money out of nowhere, right? And that's really not the case. You really have to like put that time and effort in to learn. And in the beginning, you will fail, 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 fail again, and then you'll succeed. Like because you realize from your mistakes. If you can't realize from your mistakes, there's no point in trading. Eric Brown? I'll check him out. Like I don't mind like seeing what it's about. Let's YouTube. Always gotta do your own research and everything, right? Brown's Crypto Cave. Yeah, he has like 48,000 subscribers. That's good for him. I mean, I'll have to verify it and everything. Again, guys, even when you see anything by anybody, always do your own research and verify. You have to do your due diligence, especially in the trading world. There are a lot of people out there trying to scam. Like even stuff for I say, like just if you don't trust me, then do your research on it. If I tell you about a strategy, do your research on it. Back test it. That's why I always tell people, just you have to test things out for yourself to understand it. Ryan standing in front of an infinity pool? I don't know what that means. Michael, I'll definitely check him out. I mean, I'm always intrigued by new strategies, right? We got a new subscriber, so thank you. Again, guys, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Let's grow this channel today, right? The TV show OC? I don't know. That's an acronym for something? Yeah, Michael, I'll check it out, man. I'll let you know tomorrow what I think about him. Orange County. What I haven't heard about a show like that. I think there's like Orange County like real estate and whatnot, right? I don't know. Yeah, Chuck, with Ross, but he's gotten to that level, right? Everyone will get to that level at one point, but you have to really put the practice in years in to get to that level. What about Pats on YouTube? I don't know what Pats is either, man. Like I haven't heard of any of these people. I'll look it up right now. Give me a second. Oh, Pat's trading was I think the price action, right? Yeah, you told me about Pat's before. Yeah, good price action. I will be 25 in November. Yeah, I will be 25 in November. Oh yeah, I guess PATS does stand for price action trading system. I thought Pat was just his name for any chance, but okay. Yeah, Chuck, you were super close, man. Yeah, actually you pretty much are, because like in a month I'll be 25. Yeah, man, this is still because like, even though it crossed our alert price, we're still ranging, like I said, like before. When we see this much chop, it's really unhealthy to trade. You're really good at being someone's age. Hey, that's a skill to have. Thanks, Michael. I mean, I've been really grinding it away, man. Trust me, I've had my battles with this stuff and still do sometimes. Like, definitely tough. But once you get over that hump, that stress level kind of goes away. But you have to stick it through. Because I told you, I started trading when I was like 18. Like, well, I learned about it before in high school. And ever since then, I kind of just been always learning about it. Putting my, the minute I turned 18, I opened my own brokerage account, started trading. And ever since then, I lost a good amount in the beginning. Whatever job money I had, like with like I was working part time in high school, like in college, just a little jobs, and then I had internships. All that money kind of just went towards like trading and learning, and finally getting to a point where it converts into success, right? But that's why I tell people, like, dude, it's gonna take you some time unless you're a person that can. If you're super disciplined and you know how to follow the rules and have the ability to understand things, then sure, you can speed up the process by a lot. But if you start out lightly, like just dipping your toe in, that's when you're gonna start getting burned. You feel old because you remember 1995. Sorry, man, I didn't mean to make you feel like that, but I mean, everyone wishes they started early with everything, right? Once they learn something, they're like, "Oh, I wish I started earlier." But I could say that. I'd be like, "Why didn't I learn this when I was in middle school or anything like that? Like, why didn't anybody teach me? This is stuff that they don't teach you in school." So it's like, you know, my first simulation that I ever did for the stock market was when I was 16, and ever since then, it did not leave my side. Like, no matter what I did, I always brought myself back to be so intrigued by the markets and have that interest for it. I mean, I don't really remember the 90s, so I can't say much. Um, I mean, San Diego, man, it's beautiful there. Well, actually, one of my favorite cities. And trust me, like when I put money into the markets and I was still learning, I was a newbie. I didn't really have the proper guidance behind me. I was just trying to see what everything's happening and just try to learn from that. And made money in the stock market very slowly, and then was losing some, and then tried playing with options, and then I made some pretty quickly. I got super excited then, and I was like, okay. And then I lost it pretty quickly too. It was like lost half of my account with like one trade one time with an options play. So it's like I went back and forth a good amount before I learned my lessons. Like, hey, discipline matters, having a trading plan matters, and sticking to your trading plan is crucial. Because another thing is backtesting. Oh my god. Backtesting really changes up everything. Because everyone's so eager when you start learning, like, I just want to put money in the market, I want to make money now. And then you realize, okay, I really have to backtest. That's why when you guys tell me strategies or anything, I'm always open to learning. That's super important skill to have. And another thing is being able to backtest everything and see, is this a strategy that works for you? For some people, some strategies work, and for other people, other strategies work, right? You have to understand your personality and your trading style, because there's more than a million ways to make money in the markets. Like, I preach that to people: backtest, backtest, backtest. So what if you wasted a month or 2 months in a simulator? That saved you from getting those real losses, like, right? So it avoided those real losses. And that's something people aren't ready for. That's why they need to lose money first, and then they're like, okay, now I have to pay attention. Most people learn from their mistakes, right? That's why they say your mistakes are your best teacher. Because they do. And as a human, you understand, like, you learn from your mistakes, man. Like, it's how we are programmed. If you don't do that, that's when you're in a struggle. Same in dating. Yeah, you better learn from your mistakes, or else you will get screwed. Bob means you made 1 million but lost it on one trade? Yikes, man. I hope you're joking on that one. Oh, dude, that really blows. I really hope you have more left over. Because if you're able to afford $1 million loss, you better have a hefty big account, right? You're fine? Okay, that's good then. It's all about how you bounce back. No, it wasn't from trading? Okay. Okay, so that was a different deal. Okay. I was like to say, you put $1 million at risk in a market like that? That's hefty. Oh, you lost it trading? Oh man, dude. Let me check out CMGI real quick. It's about. Oh, it's no longer around. I guess for a good reason, right? It went up to $1,300 per share and came down to pretty much now $1.47. Yikes. What the hell? Oh, it's like Enron and WorldCom. Oh god. I'm guessing there wasn't a stop loss in place. Oh, dude. Stop loss is the first thing with trading. You don't have a stop loss, you're screwed. We all make mistakes, though, but I'm glad you're still like trying to learn and get better and, make it back. Yeah, Bob, there is that free course down below, man. Definitely watch it. Skip to the risk reward section, the risk management section, and the trading psychology. I think that'll help you out a little bit. T-foot. Michael, I completely agree, man. You have to have proper risk management. That's why you see all my trades have a stop loss in them automatically. When I trade futures or when I trade stocks, my stop loss is there. If the stop loss isn't there, I get no, it's not allowed. Simply not allowed. I mean, if you hit on the internet stocks back then, you hit big. So I guess that's why a lot of people got into it, right? But we always have those bubbles. Same thing with Bitcoin when it went all the way up to like 20,000 or something and dropped because everyone thought it's going to go to 50 and nope, it dropped. When your random cousin or your random uncle comes up to you and says, "Oh, I bought Bitcoin," that's when you get out. When the random people that don't invest put their money into the market, you get out. Yeah, I guess that's why we also have more rules now, right? PD Legend on how they can push out and what they can say. They learned from that lesson. In which case, you better be ready to lose everything with your gambling. Yeah, man. I've seen new traders ask me like what the stop loss is, and I'm like, seriously? Like, just at least go through the free course or go through the videos and learn before you put the money in. Not surprised why they would get banned, right? So many people, like, they're just like, I don't know what a stop loss is. I don't ever use one. Guys, I use a stop loss even on my retirement accounts. You have your Roth, you can treat it as like a brokerage and you can trade in it, right? So put a stop loss in that as well. Move it up every once or every 2 or 3 months. That way, if you get a hard fall, guess what? Your stop gets hit, you get taken out, you still secure it from profit, and then you put it right back in after when it's like completely dipped, right? Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna hop off the stream now. Nothing's happening, guys. Like I'm actually starving right now, so it's like I'm super hungry. Want to go get some food. I'll probably still look at the markets a little bit, but I think anything after 2 p.m. I'm not gonna look at it. Kind of sucks. Was really hoping for a better trade today. Yeah, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. But if you guys want to continue this chat, let's definitely do it through Discord. The random chat's there for that. Let's just hop on there and then we can chat still. I'm happy to talk. Love talking to you guys. Like, I'm being very honest, like super entertaining, and it keeps me away from, even thinking about forcing a trade, right? So have a wonderful day. If you're trading, get your profits in. All right.